Hello, hello, hello. So now you guys are gonna have to be very loud to, today. Make a lot of noise. So welcome to the Giant Kill the Music. All right, welcome everyone um, to our Afrimerican Academy Summer Project. You guys ready? You guys get comfy? Get comfy. Afrimerican Academy Summer Project Graduation 2023. Very excited to get here today. Um, we have been working for 5 long weeks, and in those 5 weeks, we've done a lot. So we're gonna go through a little presentation of what we've been doing here for the past 5 weeks, and then we're going to give away some of our awards. A lot of our students, some are working, some have football practice, um, but yeah, we're gonna celebrate everybody nonetheless. All right. So give it up for the students. And all of you guys have been such a hard and good job. Right. So as usual, we're streaming on live on Afrimerican TV, so you'll be able to watch this later, share it with your friends. So I want to get started by first of all, you cannot, we've been working hard, but you really can't do any of these things without a very strong team. And I had a very strong team. And I'm so proud of them for standing by me while we developed out the summer projects for this year. Yeah, so I think it's been really a great process just working with everybody. Check, check, check. Yeah, so it's been a real great process working with everybody, a real pleasure. I've been, like I said, just so happy with the teachers, CFCs, everybody and the volunteers that have worked so hard over the last, seems like 3, 4, 5 months, something like that, a long time. But we started a 5-week journey, and we're here today, and we're so happy that, come on in, Brianna. Uh-oh. Hello, welcome, have a seat. We just got started. So, well, I'll introduce the team to you. And when I introduce the team, please, team, come and say hi. Even you, Mr. Trisha. All right, so well, you guys know me, founder of Afrimerican Academy. I've been doing this since 2015. Started the academy in 2020, and so proud to see the progress we've made since the pandemic. And so yeah, we led the team. This year was all really about fully developing out our curriculum and making sure that We have developed our curriculum to the point where we can take it out to the community, because this work that we're doing, this curriculum that we're developing, what the students have been working on for the past 5 weeks, is so we can educate the community on some of the more important things that we have here at Afrimerican Academy. So very happy about that. And then we have Samantha, Miss Samantha Benoit. Please come and introduce yourself. Give it up for Miss Samantha.
Hi guys. So yes, my name is Samantha Benoit. I was the maths teacher for this program, this lovely program, for the last 5 weeks. I got to know your children. They are phenomenal. I wish this journey could go longer. This summer went by so quickly, but I'm so proud of all of you guys and all the hard work that you guys put into all of your projects this summer. It was great to get to know you, and just want you guys to know this graduation really is for you.
Next, we have back from her excursions across the world, Miss Tricia. Welcome.
Hi, everybody. I was the English teacher for the summer program, and I was just so impressed with the students. They were hardworking. They were just really nice people, good people, and it was a pleasure working with them. And as usual, I'm just looking forward to what they accomplish going forward.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Right, and then the last but not the least, Melissa came on towards the end, but she really stepped up and helped us and produced this lovely cake that we're going to eat a little later. So hey, Melissa, come on, say introduce yourself.
Sure. My name is Melissa, and I started last week. But it was amazing to work with the children and actually even going on like field trips with them, seeing how much they loved it. It was pretty amazing, and hopefully I'll see you guys next year.
We're glad to have you back. We're glad to have you back. Now, some of the people that are behind the scenes that you may not, that you and Nancy. Ms. Inkiru, she's been working with me for 3 years, developing out our podcast, and she now does the admin, and she's a career advisor, so she'll be working with us these next 2 weeks for the students who'll be working with us, moving for the next 2 weeks till August. Ms. Rita Fernandez, who's actually her daughter, is here today. One of our students, Khadija. Hey, Khadija. And she helped us make calls, reach out to families during the recruitment process. So we thank her for that. And then Mr. Jacob, let's give it up for Mr. Jacob because please, Mr. Jacob, he's a 20-year veteran of, hey, Ms. Nash. Hi. He's a 20-year veteran of the Boston Public School System. His job was to support our teachers as we do curriculum development. Not all the students are, not all the teachers will be like as in depth with curriculum development. So he was there to support them in many different ways, and he did an excellent job. And also worked on our leadership teams with me and helped me develop that over the years. So yeah, Mr. Jacob, he's with his family right now, so couldn't be here. Then we have Miss Janice, who actually came the last couple of days. She came on Thursday to visit us. She is one of our Wisdom of Elder mentors, and she will be working with us. So, like the summer program that you guys did, we're going to remix it for senior citizens, so we can keep our elderly community active, also intermingling with you guys, because obviously, we learn from and we respect our elders. So we want to make sure we provide spaces and opportunities where we can all come together and learn. And as I always say, in Africa, only certain communities used to write. Most of the communities didn't have writing. So how we learned and kept our history was from learning and listening to our elders. And that is such an important part. So we wanted to do that. So we'll be doing Project Month. Not exactly sure exactly right now, but we have a partner organization that we're working with, and she'll be heading up on our end, trying to do Project Months, going around the city, going to have fun, and do certain things with our elderly community. So thank you, Miss Janice. And finally, Aisha, who volunteered with us a little bit last year, but she came on. She helped us make calls, reach out to families. So maybe one of you got a call from her. That's what Miss Aisha did. One thing about Zoom is that I've never been in person with Inkiru or Aisha because it was all done virtually. So this is the team. Give it up for the team, please. Wow. I can make this really snappy because so anyway, we did as usual. We did our restorative project management, cultural diversity and inclusion, ELA, math, and English. Then we have financial literacy and entrepreneurship, cultural nutrition, health and wellness, restorative practices, social emotional learning, African diaspora civics, and pop culture podcasts and advocacy. This was an interdisciplinary course, so basically like there was no like well, apart from the math and English, everything was also interwoven. Like I said, we don't have PE class, but did we do a lot of walking? Yes, we did. Some of the days we actually walked for about uh, close to, I think the longest day was we left around like 9:30, and we got back at 3:30. So we didn't walk the whole time. We had breaks and stuff, but for the most part, we were on our feet. And that's what we try to teach, that you can have this culture to thrive is an interdisciplinary. Like if you think of your life as, putting activities that give you exercise, that's what it's all about. So yeah, we did that. These are some nice pictures of our teachers at work. This is Miss Benoit giving her check writing and balancing the checkbook, which actually was quite popular. And that's one of the things, the feedback we got from our parents, we get a lot is that, they don't know how to balance a checkbook. And because they got it all digitalized, you just numbers, you don't know how it happened. So that was that. And then of course, Miss Trisha there giving Carl some interrogating on his work. And she helped us do the technical writing. And as a STEAM program, we're interested in young people being able to summarize, kind of like a resume bullet points, and put big words into a series of quick readable things, right? Yeah, so this is full circle. We started 5 weeks ago, right here, and I consider this to be hallowed ground, like literally. This is a picture of Roxbury, Dudley Square, back in 1963. This is the old orange line, so this goes to Forest Hills, and this is the Dudley Street Baptist Church, which was demolished in the 1960s, and so the library. This is an old picture. I've actually given him pictures to update, but hopefully because I know the architect, so he segregation by design. Check him out on Instagram. So this is where the library is right now, and the reason why this is so important is because when they removed these communities and they took out all the African American communities, they also removed a lot of learning spaces, as well as a lot of. I mean, this is a cultural center. Remember, there was a choir in here. People used to learn how to play instruments. There was a kitchen in there. People need to learn how to cook, Sunday dinners. So this is where the old, the elderly community and the young people would mix, and cultural traditions were passed on. And once you take this out, in fact, so this is a picture by Alan Cripe, a local artist. This was drawn in 1935, and this was this community. This is a scene from this community, and this was called. It was done on Westminster Street, Madison Park. What's the name of our school that we were in for 5 weeks? Madison Park. So that's right down there. And this is what used to be down there. I'm not saying the school isn't great, but this is the community I used to live here. And it's so important for us to understand why our cultural work in regards to trying to develop cultural hubs, trying to get businesses in our community that'll bring people into our community to help us, and that is, so that is why we're so important with that. And now, in fact, this is actually updated. I used to say 33 years. I did some research in putting these slides together, and it has reduced to 23 years. So now the Back Bay, they live 23 years longer instead for 33. So I guess we're getting better, but there's still a long ways to go, right? So we're gonna go on a little picture slideshow, but this was our 5 weeks, and we did every single one. Everything was done on time. I'm so proud of that, and we had a lot of support. The youth were great. We didn't lose anybody, promise. I still maintain my perfect record, and yeah. So we started out here in the 8th, and this is where we are now, 5 weeks exactly. So, and then we have 2 weeks coming up where our students, in fact, we'll be talking about it a little later, so I don't want to really go as much, but Angel will be working with one of our mentor organizations. She's a tip of the spear, and she'll be trying to make up 35 hours, but she'll be working with me, and she's working with our cultural, with one of our mentors. So, and we'll be working on slides. So some students have applied to do more in-depth work with us. And now there's no more training. That 5 weeks was like a training program. Now it's time to get to work, and let's put out some slides. So see you Monday, 10 o'clock. I'm about to send the Zoom link. Y'all know the business. So yeah, this is us last 5 weeks ago. Seems like a year ago, but this is us here taking a picture. So many of us, hey, Nigel's here, Kamara's here, Brianna's here, Snash is here, Angel's here. Okay. Oh, Khadija, I see you there. Right. So a lot of the ones that came last time are here this time. This is how we started. This was our move-in day. So this is the day before that day. So we all went in and put up the maps and everything. And these are the spaces that we were working in. This is you guys know this table very well. This is our game table where all the Uno and everything is kept. And then this was our first field trip. Went out to George's Island. This is us playing around with the drone. They told us to take the drone down immediately, but we got a couple of pics off before we were able to do that. Fishing. We went around, saw the sights, so that was a great time. Oh, it really was a great time. I forgot about this. So some people have a knack of getting everybody riled up to start singing. So this is just, I won't name any names. Right. But let's listen, let's see this. Listen.
That's my son, the big one. He's in Westfield State. Offensive tackle. So here we go. I don't know where this started though. Yeah. Are we gonna miss the boat? No. Nice.
You know, smooth, you know how it is. You know how it's not too much though. You know how it. Hold on. Yeah, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Stay tuned.
I'm the backup singer, by the way. What's the word? I'm Brady.
And they did this. They sang. There was actually another clip that was only like 16 seconds, so it wouldn't let me put it up. They sang all the way back. They had the whole island riled up. You know, it was actually like, you know, that started it off. One of the beautiful things about the field trips is that they really, you know, bring the kids together. So that the next day, kids that didn't know each other, all of a sudden, you know, they've been singing on the island. They went on the water. They had an adventure together. And they got back and they were all so much more closer, you know? And then that's how we started off. I was like going out to the water. So the next day, actually, so this was the next day, we had our first mentor, lives like a local tour. So you can check him out. He gives tours around Roxbury. and he gives tours of, about the history of Roxbury. So he came and talked to the youth about his business. All our mentors, our youth have a mentor for them, and they have the ability to say if they want to work for them moving forward. And this is such a great system. I can't tell you how much that's why I can't wait to talk about one of our students that's actually here. Because what it does, it gives young startup businesses an opportunity to hire very well qualified young people who will be helping them with social media or put slides together and things like that, right? They don't have to pay them as much because they're getting paid through our youth engagement program. So they get a little break on paying, to get good labor, and then we get a young person there. But more importantly, the young person gets opportunity to be in these communities with people, working with young people, getting experience, and not only that, they're getting paid the money from YE plus a little extra from the so it's a win-win all the way around. So very excited about that. Next, we had actually later on that very day, we had Mr. Nislo come in from Early Investors, and he talked about budgeting and how important it is to budget. And we talked about Jay-Z and everybody else, right? So that was that. Then the following week, we now went on a big walking tour of the North End. So I wanted to show them the cultural hubs that we have. This is always a treat. The only way to get them to do this walking, this was the longest day of walking. So we went to Mike's Pastries and enjoyed some of the Mike's Pastries there. We take them there for, well, of course, to see, how small those roads are and how everything was built back in the day. See that cultural hub is just based on food. But when you have a restaurant, you need people to fix the refrigerators. You need people to fix the ACs. You need electricians. You need everything. So it all starts out with food. That's how cultural hubs start. But when you have the building, the infrastructure, you need to maintain it. And this is where the other kind of businesses latch onto that. So this is Mike. He started a business in like 1950. Does anyone remember? Rihanna, you're always good at remembering things. It's 53 or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, he started in the 50s. And these are pictures I always come to show them because this is a cultural business. And he's handed it down to the next generation, who actually, that's his son right there. Right? And that's his granddaughter right there. And they all work there today. He's been, the last year was actually pretty funny because we took them there. And there's this, normally, we went there early this time, so there was no line, but normally there's a line all the way out, right? Real heavy line. And when you're in that line, hey, welcome, Lonnie. When you're in the line, right? They're like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? There's such a long line. I don't want to be in the line, blah, 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 blah. And then when they get in there, find out that the man has been passed away since 2012. Mike has been passed. His wife is still alive, but he passed away. And there's still a line 11 years later. That goes to show them what a cultural business is all about and when it matures, right? Because we can talk about success and have your own business, pass it down, but can we see it, right? And we went to the North End to see it. So we had a great time. Everybody got a nice treat. I saved mine for later to show up in class, but yeah. So that's us at Mike's Pastries. Then we walked all the way to the Boston Athenaeum, right? And Jaheim still has his Mike's Pastries in hand. I don't think he let it out of his sight for too long. And then these are some pictures that actually, Brianna, I think you took this picture. Right, so on the field trip forums, they're encouraged to take pictures and upload them so we can have pictures and see who's like, this is great photography. And this is, I think, Kamai. Good work, right? And we saw some great stuff, some cards that were actually 100 and something years old. We touched them in our hands. They were written like, logged in 1912 or something, like, so that was really interesting. Then we had something to eat. I lost my flask, or my Jaheim's flask at the place, but, and then we got treated to the West End Museum. This is the director, who took us around And I mean, he talked a little bit off point, but he got around to what we needed at the long run. So basically, the West End used to be just like the North End. It used to be like Little Italy until the '60s. Like just like the church was destroyed, that whole area was destroyed, and now we have like City Hall and other things there. But it used to be just like a big old cultural village. So we talked about that. Um, We went to see a cultural hub that's no longer there, but a little bit different. So in Dorchester, I don't know if you look around. This is I think on Woodrow. Um, no, it's not Woodrow. I can't forget the street, but these are some of the Jewish temples that we have. In fact, this area was also owned by a lot of Jewish people, but the Jewish community was not segregating. So they would hire us, give us opportunities, people of color. And so even though a lot of these places were owned by Jewish people, this place was Nubian Square back then because we worked and was able to get employment when the rest of the city we could not travel to. So we went to see some of, and this is Mr. Lou Finfer, and we also, this was actually our first time we had a mentor and a field trip at the same time. So Ms. Ruth Z, say it for me, because I know I'm going to chew it up. Brianna, you know how to say it. Lejeune. Yes, I always say Lejeune, and it's just not that. So Rosie Lejeune, the first Haitian American Boston City Councilor, joined us, and she helped educate young people here. There's a little drone shots, and this is us in front of G&G's Deli. It used to be a popular deli back then, and it's now owned by. They were from like Trinidad. I think they were from Barbados. Sorry, they were from Barbados. Now owned by an African American, Caribbean American family, and they own a hardware store. So if you need any of your hardware stuff, please visit them over there on Blue Hill Ave. All right. Then we went to the record company, and this was a real treat. Don't worry, I didn't get enough footage of Miss Trisha giving us the lyrics, and I haven't got the sound from it yet. I guess, been real busy, and we've been real busy tidying up, so I haven't been able to get to that, but we'll get it out to y'all. So we made a little track, but when we made the track, one of our students, Tante, she was able, which means God's own in Igbo language. She could play the piano. So this is her little, and it's on our Afrimerican TV channel. I'm trying to see if I can put up the volume. It doesn't sound like very loud. Well, anyway, so that was, let's see if I can play it again. It's not playing. All right, well, she made that track and it was so lovely. We all like broke out and like clapping and everything. She provided the sounds. She was feeling the vibe, as I recall, and it was, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I didn't get that on tape, so she's lucky. But yeah, so yeah, we went to the. This is one of like a nonprofit music space, just down here on Mass Ave. That's yours truly, and that's Jaheem playing the piano. I just held it, and Brianna took that picture and uploaded it to the Google form. So thank you for capturing that for us. Some of the things we don't want to get captured. And yeah, so we went there and we had a talk. They showed them how to play music. And this space is so important because, like I said, when they took out those churches, the Boston public school system did not accommodate for these informal learning spaces in their curriculum. So that's why a lot of the music instrumentation in our community has gone down because, well, we didn't have spaces to learn our music. So yeah, that's that. Hurry up. Then we went to Hyde Park, where I live, and where I'm very proud of. So we went down there and we went to visit the 54th Regiment at Camp Meeks. This picture is iconic. I can bet you it's gonna be on the front of next year's brochure. But this picture is so iconic with them standing sentry, especially look at the pose. I mean, that's awesome. That's So, and in fact, this is us from the year before. So I think Brianna's in there, and a few of the others, Kamara's in there. So, and then that's Naja over there. I didn't cut you out. I saw you over there. This is like a bullet and things, and they read the plaques. We went on the commuter rail. A lot of our youth don't realize that with the, a lot of the realize that with your bus pass, you can go on zone one and zone two on the commuter rail. This is very important. These commuter rails go through our communities, where like Talbot Ave and Mattapan, they're there, but it's not marketed to us. And they're free for young people. We have a map. I didn't put it up, but we have a map that showed that most of the kids 0 to 17 live along Blue Hill Ave. That's from the city. And if you have no T going there, and okay, that means that at least that area is harder for kids to go to school, and that's where most kids live. So to show them about the commuter rail, I remember one of our kids, I won't name his name, goes, "They got toilets on here?" Yeah, it's not marketed to our community, even though it is free for anybody that has a bus pass zone one. You can go to like Lynn, just a little place, Dedham, and that's like you're on the T, but we don't realize that. So that's important. So I put that up there. Now we're gonna go to a little bit of our, we had Wally's Jazz Cafe just down the street, which was part of the heart and soul of the African American community. This is where the training ground for many of the musicians. And so we went there, and we have like a red line music curriculum. Hip hop is 50 of years as of yesterday. And so that storyline of how the instrumentation developed through blues and jazz and rock and roll, gospel, you name it. And then with the destruction of our communities all across America, we started losing that skill set. And we have one last place called Legacy of Paradise, which was Wally's Paradise. I wanted you guys to actually present some of this part, but let me not put you guys on the spot because we were supposed to prepare. But anyway, so we went to Wally's Jazz Cafe, and my son, I'm so proud of him, Jaheim, gave a rousing rendition of Change Gonna Come. So I was blown by the river in a little tent, oh, just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard living, and I'm afraid to die. Somebody keep telling me don't. It's been a long time coming, but I know
change gon' come. Oh, yes, it
Yeah, so as you can see, he did a great job. So we presented to Wally's Jazz Cafe, and we're still going to work on tidying it up during our next 2 weeks. The curriculum, so that people will know the history of Wally's Jazz Cafe. We learned some great things, like so people don't realize it used to be called Wally's Paradise. And that's why the name of the presentation was Wally's Cafe. Legacy of Paradise. And I didn't know that. It was Brianna, that one of the great researchers that we have, that found that out. So please give it up for Brianna. This is Miss Eleanor, who is the daughter of Wally's. So we actually got information from her, and we'll try and organize a visit down there so we can get more oral history and turn it into real curriculum for all students to forever learn. So we're very happy about that. This is them afterwards. Jelani and Jaheem. That jacket was fire, Jelani. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Right. And I can't really see him too good, but that's Mr. Frank, who's the grandson of Wally's. So, and so that's a little home base away from home. The next field trip we went to the Harvard Hip Hop Archives at the Hutchings Center for African American Research. As you can see here, August 11, 1973, right? That was yesterday, 50 years, right? So DJ Kool Herc had a party, and that's recognized as the as definitely the start of the hip hop. So they went there and learned more about hip hop, and currently, I love this picture. Hey, Khadijah, you got your b-boy chain on, right? This is us on the tee. That's another thing. A lot of people, a lot of parents, some of them, maybe their kids go to private schools or whatnot, and they're like, hey, we want our young people to learn how to use the tee. So we try to incorporate that as well into what we do. This is Brianna looking at some work, acting candid as if she doesn't know I'm taking a picture. And this is them by the DJ, and this Mohammed and Khadijah. Mohammed giving us his, I don't know, all eyes on me pose. It looks nice. So great pics. These are some other pictures from the. These are what was this about? Maternity, like women in gynecology. So they had an exhibit, women in gynecology. This is an artifact from Nigeria that I just find amazing. It's Dr. Lewis Gates. That's his office. That's in his office. So it looks like I'm in there, but I'm not. I just found a good place to take a picture. And this is just another thing from there. Afterwards, we walked down from the Harvard Hip Hop Archives down here, and we had lunch, pizza at Audrey's Gourmet, African American business owner in Cambridge. So we were there last year. So we got our pizza on this year. And then we lucked up and were able to go to the Harvard University Center for African American Studies, where we got a very rousing speech, where all our youth were encouraged to go to Harvard, that they're not doing SATs because of the affirmative action things. So they're not taking SATs now. So this is a good time to go to Harvard. So that was a good field trip there. A lot of walking too that day. I think we did about 4 or 5 hours that day. Then we had a mentor come in, Irene from Manny Juices. This is her small business. And this is where I wanted to please recognize Angel. So we introduce our mentor organizations to our, the mentor organizations to our youth. And that's all we can do, right? You can only lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink. And well, this student drank. And she called and connected with the, and not only, let me just say, I think Miss Nash, Jelani, I'm not sure who else, but some other people also followed her on social media. She told me about it. But yeah, she reached out to her, and on Monday, I think at 12:30, they'll be meeting, and she'll be getting paid from us, but meeting with her. You too? Miss Nash, you're going to? Oh, I didn't know that. You didn't tell me. So we got two students. Give it up for Angel and Miss Nash. I didn't even know. Awesome. All right. So we got two students. I just learned that on the spot. So three, you're gonna start working with her too? On Thursday. Wow. So Irene was a big hit. She was said she was gonna come, but she's actually at the kitchen. She has a pop-up event tomorrow, so she's preparing at the local kitchen here, community kitchen. But she came and she does juice that's iron infused. You know that especially us people of color, and especially like mothers, birthing mothers, things like that. We always have low iron, so that is for that. But yeah, so now they'll be working with her, making money from her, and also making money from us, and getting hopefully a little extra cheese this summer. So well done. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was all y'all. I just knew about Angel. All right. Then, was it 2 days ago? Yes, we had our potluck, right? Yeah, we had this macaroni and cheese by Ms. Benoit. Ms. Benoit has her own business, Mumu Piglis, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to work with her moving forward. Um, Come in. Welcome. Come in. Yeah, no problem. Sorry. Yes. So yeah, so we had this macaroni and cheese was fire. That's my famous barbecue chicken. Well, I couldn't find the small ones. They were out of small drumsticks. So they had some big drumsticks. You think it doesn't matter. Anyway, then the jollof rice, and then this I had to actually I had to grab this one by Miss Naya. Naya, let me tell you something. She jumped right to the top of the best of my students ever, right? Just with this dish. This brown stew chicken was fantastic. I couldn't even believe. I said, "Oh yeah, oh thank you." You know, what I don't know how I said like thank your mom or something. She said, "No, I cooked this." I said, "Oh, okay, okay," and it was fire. That's my plate right there before the destruction. And then what was the drink called that Miguel brought? Coquitos without alcohol. Because I heard that it comes with alcohol, but it was very nice. So we had a great time, and yeah, Miss Janice came and joined us. This is them doing the number one thing that they do, Uno. It was a very big issue with all of it, the whole 5 weeks. But yeah, we had a great time. Oh yeah, Miss Nash, look at this. So we went out and we played with the drone. I had another picture. I wasn't able to add it. I got a link, but all the youth. I'm really big on using drone footage as a way of making money. And you can see this thing has been exposing this problem I'm having with the top of my head. So I don't really like the drone too much sometimes, but yeah. So yeah, we took some pictures with the drone. I'm really big on this. There's a lot of job opportunities. Real estate agents, they take pictures with drones. Fire departments are now learning how to use them. Concerts, you know, in fact, after this, there's an Igbo festival at Franklin Park. I'm going to go down there. I got my drone loaded up. I'm going to take some good pics from the top. Then when they're giving their processions and their dances and all that, right? So there's job opportunities. So you know, music videos, all kinds of great stuff. So I always want you to be up to date with the best technology. Plus, it's a good excuse for me to play around. So, yeah. Now, I don't know. Do we have members from each team? Team one, team two. Nobody. No, Jaheim is in team two. Right? Okay, yeah, I have the pictures here. I can see who's here. Okay, Niger, team three. And Angel, we have one representative from each group. So you guys, you were told about this part. So I'm gonna have you come up and briefly talk about your group, your project. So Miss Nash. Okay, this is. Oh, I didn't even move this. This was supposed to be up in front. All right. I'll come back to that. Where are your slides? Okay, here you go. All right. So these, I'll come back to that. So this is yours.
Okay, I'm gonna make this very short and sweet. Okay, so we did college versus trade school, as you can clearly see, and we decided to really just talk about the differences between college and trade school, especially since most of us are in high school, and so we want everyone to know about the opportunities that they have, other than college, because college is not the only option. And so we really just summarize how, college is very expensive, but you get 4 years, you get your college degree, and you can do whatever you want to do. You can get a job after college. And then with trade school, it's a lot shorter. It's 2 years, and you can focus on, something very specific, whether it be wanting to be a plumber or wanting to work with whatever. And, you can also work for more time as well. So that's really it. But yeah.
Thank you. Well done. All right. Group 2, Miguel did such a great job. They did all that. Like, I like seeing, let me do it again. Look at that. Awesome. Jaim, come and just briefly talk about your group. What you guys worked on?
I'm making short and sweet too. We're talking about food deserts, how it's far from health. Basically, how in a lot of communities where there's black people, there's a lot of unhealthy food and there's more unhealthy than we have supermarkets or anything that provide health. And that's basically what we're talking about.
Next, we have how to be a social media influencer. So these are the projects that they worked on. So there's a whole big slideshow, but they're just going to give their introduction. Both of you? Okay. Hey, come on down. We got 2 mics. All we need is 1 mic.
I'm Angel.
I'm Brianna.
And our presentation was basically how to become a social media influencer, which is like generally the steps that people typically take and like the platforms they use.
Talk about how they make money, how they're
Yeah.
monetized, different avenues, different types of content you can create, because we wanted to make it accessible for all people and your special passion or talent.
Yeah, we also featured like simple videos and more like complicated videos on how the different ways as the people can become social media influencers, because we've realized that typically in this modern generation, there's an increase in the desire for people to become like a TikTok influencer or like someone that's big on Instagram or something like that. So we wanted to like explore the different avenues and platforms for people just so they can have access to that knowledge. Pretty much it.
And last but not least, the Culture, Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, the Thrive Tribe. Oh, there's nobody here from that group? Nobody? Oh, Team 4? Oh, Nija and Khadija. Come on now. Don't be scared. Y'all did all that hard work.
I'm Khadijah.
I'm Nigel.
And we were Team 3. Our group topic was culture, diversity, equity, and inclusion. We've learned all 4 of these aspects throughout our 5 weeks and how it's useful to develop schools, businesses, and work environments. Ninja? you want to say your experience learning in the group.
Talked about in the presentation, we talked about how different like businesses and workspaces can use cultural diversity, equity, and inclusion to like help their businesses succeed and make them more popular and make the space more comfortable for um, people of color in general.
Excellent. Great job, guys. Great job. You guys all did worked really hard and got those. Now, one thing, if you notice, these are all the kids were at least exposed to AI imagery and how to use AI. So that's part of some of the technology. So this is an AI image that, we put, I asked them, what do you want to put in? I put it in, it pops up. That's another tool. All right. Oh, wait, before we go here, I think I did want to, I kind of because I messed things up because this is how I was making sure I was kept everything in first when I put in the slides. So this is actually supposed to be from the beginning, but I didn't put it back. So, but I did want to thank and kind of recognize a lot of our sponsors and supporters for that really made this possible. So we went or experienced Boston Public Schools, we're at the Boston Public Library, after school and beyond. That's how we got our teachers and our space. Youth engagement, Black Male Advancement gave us a nice donation to help us. MECO provided bus passes. We went to all these different places. So just want to say a big thank you and shout out to all of them for making the Afrimerican Summer Academy Summer Projects a huge success. And these are also the avenues where the young people can work. So it's like that's what we're developing relationships. They know who we are, they know who our students are, and they know the kind of quality work that they do. So these are, these are also opportunities. Oh, and before I didn't really talk about it a little before, but so when we're going to camp meetings, because I'm part of the community input board of Hyde Park, and so I sent a shout out, hey, we're coming to Hyde Park. Come on, Hyde Park. Y'all can't do my kids like this. So they sent some money for snacks and stuff. So the Hyde Park Historical Society also showed up. Forum for Racial Equity also helped us out as well, and the community input board of Hyde Park. So just wanted to do just little recognitions. Uh, Thank you, because without them, none of this is possible. And our last field trip, like I said, it's now all but fine. Our last field trip, we went to see The Boy Who Kissed the Sky, which was a field trip about the young life of Jimi Hendrix. It was at the Strand Theater. A lot of people know, if you don't know, the Strand Theater used to be another area where African Americans used to frequent. And when these communities were wiped out, then it was left dormant for about 10 years because there was nobody to frequent that environment anymore. And so this, when you think of redlining and things like that, the effect on our culture and urban renewal projects, it hasn't even been talked about. In fact, that statue out there, not saying I disagree with the statue per se, but I think for this area that there's no mention of the communities that lived in this environment, I do think it doesn't do justice, because those communities and that church, the Dudley Street Baptist Church, that's why this place is called Nubian Square, not because of the man. So anyway, we went there, we saw a beautiful play. I thought it was great. What do you guys think? To see live actors. Right. So yeah, we saw the beautiful theater. Awesome. All right. So give us a few seconds. You guys please grab something to drink, and then we're gonna. Is there a song you sing for graduation? We're just gonna cut the cake. How do we do that? Y'all might be experts on that. I don't. Maybe Jaime will put it on the aux, and then I'll organize the certificates. And your t-shirts. Now, to be fair honest, I just got the t-shirts literally right before the thing, so I hope everybody's t-shirt that's here is not. I will make sure you get your t-shirt ASAP. All right? So, make a little celebrate good times. Come on. No, but it's to my favorite. Oh, yeah. Oh, Chinese already hooked up to the ops. Yeah, I was saying, Chinese can maybe get grandma. Are you not connected anymore? You can reconnect. Alright. I'm not sure what teacher is on.
To me, I think they say to me, rap no sell till I start to pay money. Now they come back with a track to play for me. To get me on that, need an application for this track to speak.
All right. All right. Hello, hello, hello. So you guys just continue. Let's put the music down a little bit. How much time? All right, sorry, just that we're kind of running short on time. So we want to definitely, start our award ceremony. So, Jelani, be ready with the pictures because we're going to take pictures on the thing. All right. All right. So first of all, I'd like to start this by saying that every young person did well. Of course, some are not ready. That's what we say. It's not that they're not. This is about some. I have a youth that she last year she was a little more playful, and now this year she's a serious woman, and it's just because of that time of their lives. So we're very thankful to all our youth for putting in all their effort. So we want to start out with our certificate now. This is our valedictorian for this year, Jasmine Rice. Unfortunately, she could not be here today because she is working. She has another job, and so we have different awards. And she gets the Kwanzaa. She gets the Kwanzaa Work Ethic Award, and that is given to students who have not only our job but also another job. So these are some of the characteristics that she got. But even though she's not here, I put not everybody, nobody has a picture of this because she wasn't here. I put her picture on her certificate, but that's a nice touch, huh? Maybe for next year. But yes, please give it up for Jasmine for her exemplary service. She did such a great job. She was always on time, always on point. I call her on point, not a hair is out of place at any point in time. She's always serious business. So yes, well done. All right, so everybody here. Okay, well, I was going to, Kamara was here. She left? Right. Okay. Well, we'll get back to that. All right. So the people that are here, we have a good stack there of people that are not here. But the first person I'd like to call up is Sarif. Unfortunately, not everybody has their shirt. Sarif, come on. So I will get you your real shirt, but this is for the picture. These shirts, we're very proud of them. So basically, our students have been wearing white and black the whole semester. There you go, Sarif. There's your color. So let's take a picture. Now let's get this. Congratulations, Sarif. All right. So the story behind the shirts is that you've been wearing white and black all 5 weeks to kind of talk about how things are looked upon in white and black in racial terms. And now you're leaving the area of white and black and now getting your colors that you'll be representing. You'll be a member of this group moving forward. And it's meant to mean now these that you are now part of a culture, a different culture, and you see the world through cultural lens and not a racial one. So congratulations, Sarah. Oh, Sarah, you didn't even get your. Yep. Audience, studio audience. Yes, there you go, son. MVP. All right. You are being recognized, right, for your Panthera Mother's Love Award, because you always mention now your grandma and everything. I thought that's so sweet. Lion Comic Virtuoso, because he's a real funny guy. I think he's humor. And Kwanzaa Candid Communicator, which means that you say things very straightforward and very truthful. So congratulations, you're a member of Panthera. Next up is Jelani or Vic. Somebody needs to take a picture of Vic because Vic is. That's fine. Need somebody to take a picture of this Carl. So these shirts are very, very, very special. In fact, Vic was integral in getting them made. Him and his father. So they have their numbers. They have the numbers on the back. These are their student numbers for the organization, and also they have their culture they represent on the sleeve. This one is American culture, so he has. So congratulations, you are a member of the Lion culture, and you showed Lion Entrepreneurial Maestro, Lion Time Mastery Virtuoso for always being on time, Panthera Athletic Dynamo for all your athletic abilities, and you've just been a Kwanzaa community citizen. So congratulations, member of Lion Culture. Academy. My son, Jaheim Solomon. All right. Number 40, Solomon. So Jahim, a member of the Kwanzaa tribe, his special awards were Panthera Engagement Dynamo for his always being a liveliness of the party. Um, Joyful Trailblazer for his ability to make everybody in the place happy. Panthera Cultural Artisan for your musical abilities. Lion Guardian Spirit for your protectivism of the community. Kwanzaa New Horizons because you're going to college. I'm taking him to Westfield State tomorrow to start his college career, please. And Panthera Athletic Dynamo because you're an offensive tackle going to play football over there. And Kwanzaa Community Champion for the way you are such a good leader. So please give it up for Jahim Solomon, member of the Kwanzaa culture. Well done. Next is Niger. Niger. I keep on. Welcome, Niger. Citizen of Kwanzaa. Right, your number is 36. All right. Niger, you are being recognized from the Kwanzaa culture as a rising star. I see you as somebody that's going to do big things in the future. So keep on coming with it. Kwanzaa Resilience Warrior for her perseverance in tough times when all her other teammates did not show up. And Kwanzaa Culinary Maestro for that beef stew that I can never stop thinking about. Kwanzaa Candid Communicator. I find that the way you communicate so clearly is awesome. Keep it up. Panthera Cultural Guardian. Like I said, protecting standards when your teammates were not around. You stepped up to the plate and got things done when they couldn't make it. And also your time mastery virtuoso for being on time all the time. So congratulations, Niger, member of Kwanzaa. All right, I'm getting good at this. These are my first time giving awards. I forget. All right, next is my precious. Welcome.
Just a reminder that the library will be closing in 15 minutes at 5 p.m. Bathrooms will be locked in 5 minutes at 4:50 p.m. and
All right, so number 43, Precious, is a member of the Lion culture. I give it up for my Latino brothers, sorry, and sisters. We gotta hurry up, right? All right. So, as a member of the Lion Culture for your entrepreneurial maestro, Panthera Cultural Guardian for when you're, I remember when you stepped up for your students when they weren't, now they were there, but they didn't want to participate. You handled that and got the job done. Panthera Passion Igniter for the way you are, I see you as a very passionate person, and Lion Wordsmith Extraordinaire, which you got from Miss Trisha, who said you did very well on her technical writing. Well done. All right, Khadija Abdul Rashid. Khadija, you are being recognized as a member of the Panthera culture, right? You have, as a narrative artisan, you are wonderful with words, both written and spoken. Kwanzaa Perseverance Award and a Resilience Warrior for everything, all the perseverance you're going through in your life. Kwanzaa torchbearer for being a college student, a senior in college, and coming to take the time this summer to work with younger people to help share your wisdom. So thank you. Panthera, Mother's Love Nurturing Spirit, Kwanzaa Leadership Guiding Star. Thank you for being a fantastic member of the Panthera culture. All right, Miss Nash, thank you so much. Miss Nash, we have about 10 minutes before they're gonna tell us and then we'll just explain why we have to like.
We'll pack up quick.
Right, we'll pack up quick. No, it's all good. Miss Nash Princeton, what a wonderful student you've been. And you are being recognized today as a member of the Kwanzaa culture. Woo! All right. Your special awards are Panthera Engagement Dynamo, very engaging young lady. Panthera Passion Igniter, very passionate. New Horizons as a person who's going to do their first year at Brown University. Lion Tip of the Spear Trailblazer for being one of the first members of your family to go and make this plunge into college. We're so proud of you. Panthera Cultural Guardian for holding up the culture and standards of your community, and a slideshow sorcerer for having such a great reference page. That reference page was perfect. Your Culture to Thrive Awards. These are the special awards for fierce competitor and being a voice of the people. Well done, Miss Nash Princeton.
Don't forget your award.
Don't forget your MVP. All right, Brianna Revenge. Last year's valedictorian. And to be honest, if I could give multiple, I would. Maybe I could. You can't give co-valedictorian.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want. I'm the boss. I forgot. And Brianna has been working with me now over a year. I can tell you that your contribution to the Afrimerican Culture Initiative has been just amazing, and I thank you for all your hard work and effort, even when it was during the school year. So thank you so much. You are being recognized as a Panthera culture. You were with us last year and was then there for your passion igniter, Lion Tip of the Spear Trailblazer by just being a researcher and analysis for our organization. Kwanzaa Knowledge Seeker, the only one that really got that this year because of your ability to go and search out new information. Engagement Dynamo, always engaging in class. Wise Listener, she listens better than I can. I'd be like, what happened, Brianna? Did you hear it? So I forgot. Inclusivity Advocate, always looking for people to be included in every situation. Narrative Artisan, and of course, Cultural Historian and Voice of the People. Thank you so very much. Angel, this is the last student we have. Yeah, this is the last student. All right. All right, Angel. You do. Last but not least, Angel Poku is being recognized as a member of the Panthera culture. She reached out to me, and I thought she was a 25-year-old business lady. And when during the interview, I said, this young lady, because she's so mature beyond her years. She's getting a Lion Tip of the Spear Award, trailblazing leader, coming directly from Ghana and tackling the new world here in America. Lion Entrepreneurship Maestro, Panthera Impactful Presence Award. Wherever she is, she's quiet, but she always makes a good impact. Kwanzaa Tech Enthusiast, one of the only people to get it this year because of your ability to work with technology almost seamlessly. Kwanzaa Torchbearer, going into your second year of college and coming to work with young people, teenagers and middle schoolers. That's because you are a good leader. And Lionsmith Wordsmith Extraordinaire for just being great at your technical writing. You got that from Miss Trisha. And finally, your mentorship maven for going out and reaching out to Miss Irene. Thank you so much for what you do. You are now a proud member of Lion Panthera Culture. All right. So we're gonna wrap things up now because we have to leave, but we do have awards for our teachers. Miss Trisha, who hasn't been here, Miss Trisha, come get your shirt. And give me Miss Trisha. Yes, she doesn't. Ms. Tricia, you are being recognized for your Kwanzaa perseverance as a resilient rock, going through perseverance, a passion igniter, and a mother's love nurturing spirit, and a cultural artisan for your lovely singing. So thank you so much for all your work that you did with us. Ms. Tricia, number 4. Nobody's there to take the picture? Come on, give me one. And then we got it. All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Tricia. All right. All right, guys. So, Ms. Benoit, you have one, but we are running out of time, and I know that Ms. Trisha, hey, I can read it for you. Just go and beg them. Okay, let me read it. Ms. Samantha Benoit, you've just been a very big help despite all the troubles we've had at the organization. All right, and you're honored for your cultural guardian, your Lion entrepreneurial maestro for your business, master strategist helping me out behind the scenes, work ethic warrior for having your second job and going your first job and doing all the different jobs you got, culinary maestro for that macaroni and cheese, and a community champion for all the work you do in the community. Thank you, Ms. Benoit. And then finally, Ms. Melissa Duhaney. Let me just do everybody. I'm not going to leave anybody out. They just going to have to kick us out. All right, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here, right? So, Miss Melissa came on towards the end, and you stepped in, and you came in seamlessly, helping out. That cake is your work, and it's so beautiful. Thank you so much. So, you're as a citizen of Panthera, you served with honors, and we give you awards for Kwanzaa Community Champion and Panthera Cultural Guardian for keeping up the standards. Thank you so much for all your hard work. Thank you. So, on that note,
and last but not least, of course, we have to give it up for the founder, Mr. Marlon Solomon. We just want to appreciate you, let you know that we noticed all of your hard work, all the tears, all the sweat, all the hard, long nights. Him texting me at 10:30 at night, like, yeah, I'm working on the slide, and ... I'm like, yeah, Marlon, go ahead. I'll see you in the morning. But he's like, I think I have a couple more hours in me. So he's really working hard to make sure that, we gotta go. All right, here you go, Marlon. Thank you so much. Yes. So this is a card. Everyone just thanking you for all your hard work. So thank you. All right, guys. So make sure you grab some cake. Grab some snacks. I will put more cake on plates so you can. Yes, and you guys will be getting paid. All right, have a good one.